All right, folks, inside this box, this very large, very heavy box, I have got a Jason Voorhees bust, courtesy of Justin Oz Williams. And Oz is a very talented artist, known mostly for hockey masks. In fact, I own several of his pieces here, including this Part 3 barn scene mask, this remake mask, this Freddy vs. Jason battle damaged mask, and this Part 6 bullet damage mask. Oz also does mini masks, he does half masks, he does wall hangers, and he does busts. And one of those hockey masks that I just shown will be for the bust in this box. So you all know what bust this is and what it looks like based on the title and the thumbnail of this video. I know that there's a Part 6 Jason bust inside this box. However, I've only seen photos of it, but if up close and in person, it looks as good as the photos, it's going to be an awesome addition to my collection. So without further ado, let's get to unboxing. Yeah, the machete was a bad idea. It looks good, but bad idea. Oh, and by the way, Oz is a fellow Kentuckian, so definitely want to support my fellow Kentuckians. Here we go. Big box. Lots of protection. Always appreciate that, sir. And, oh my goodness. This thing is huge. It is well wrapped, that is for sure. All right, let's get this out of the way. Here is the bust itself, absolutely mummified in bubble wrap. There he is, slowly but surely, he is emerging, and here he is. This is a hollow resin bust, and it is absolutely gorgeous. It's got the shirt attached, and wow, we've got an acrylic eye in there. Beautiful acrylic eye. It's got all the damage. You've got the Part 4 machete wound there. You've got some flesh rotting away there. You've got some more flesh rotting away on the back of Jason's head. His lips are just history. Those lips are long gone, and the teeth are, I'm surprised there's any teeth left. I mean, the teeth are hanging on, barely. They're still in there, but they definitely, Jason needs to see an orthodontist. Stat. So the detail on this guy is just absolutely impeccable. The flesh it looks rotten. It looks like it's about to come right off the bone. All the little wrinkles, all the damage, the colors are great. The coloring is really well done. You've got lots of little accents and shading inside some of the deeper wrinkles and crevices in Jason's face and neck. And look at what's left of his lower lip there. I guess he was chewing on his lip a lot when he was in the ground, just waiting to be resurrected by Tommy and Hawes, just biding his time while biting his lip. There's a hole in his skull here where the flesh has rotted away, and you've got some skull visible there. There's a hole in the skull. I'm sure that's where some worms have, wormed their way through and are feasting on his brains. Again, where the flesh is worn away from the back of his head. You've got more skull exposed there. Love the eyebrow exposed above the empty hollow eye socket. All that's left of his nose is the bridge there, and that flesh is rotted away too. His ears, the flesh on his ears, they're not. He's in rough shape. He's definitely in rough shape. All those years in the ground after young Tommy, and Trish, of course, after young Tommy and Trish, gave him what for at the end of the final chapter. Took a toll on him, definitely. By the way, Trish is one of my favorite final girls. She doesn't get her due when it comes to all the final girls in the Friday the 13th franchise. She's one of my favorites. And this thing is heavy. This is extremely good quality material. This is just a fantastic piece from Oz. It's just beautiful, beautiful craftsmanship. All of the time that went into carving all the detail into the clay that eventually became this piece. The painting, the weathering, the acrylic eye, the shirts, the whole 9 yards. Like, this thing is just, this is art. I may get some white rice and put it here inside the eye socket. So he's got some maggots in there eating out his, what's left of whatever's in there. I guess, whatever's in there. The maggots are just feasting on it. Now let's have a look at what the bust looks like with the Oz Part 6 Hawk on. Here's what the bust looks like with the Part 6 Oz Hawk attached. It looks really good with the Hawk on. It's a snug fit. I'll put it that way. It's a snug fit. The mask is on there good. It's not going to slip. It's not going to slide. Good fit. Stick around to the end of the video for some up-close and personal footage of the Oz Part 6 Resin Jason bust. Let me know your thoughts on this bust down in the comments section below. And while you're down there, let me know if you have any of Oz's pieces in your collection. If you like this video, please leave it a thumbs up and share it on social media. If you're not following me on social media, those links are in the description. As always, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Take care, and until next time, peace.
Does he think I'm a farthead?
A huge thank you to all my patrons and channel members for your generosity and support. Become a patron today and get early access to videos, have a say in what content appears on my channel, join me for monthly live streams, exclusive watch parties, and more. Become a channel member today and get access to exclusive badges and emotes to use when I stream, as well as members-only watch parties. Both those links are in the description. Say hello to the internet, Jeremy.
Hello to the internet.